Welcome everyone to JGlobal.com. Hey, I just wanted to take a minute and share with you something that's really been on my mind in regards to this idea of sponsoring versus enrolling. And I think that there's a big difference between the two when it comes to our business. When it comes to enrolling, it's really just a simple process. Anybody can enroll somebody. They go through the sign-up process, get them registered, and then they're enrolled, and you're the enroller. But as a sponsor, there's a big difference because as a sponsor, I now am responsible for that individual. I'm responsible for making sure that they get started properly, that they get the tools and the resources and the information, and that they get plugged in immediately so that they have the greatest opportunity for success, and then that they have my continued support as their sponsor. Support in helping answer questions, support in helping them do meetings and presentations. And so there's a big difference. We have a tendency to really put a lot of focus and emphasis on enrolling people. But what I would ask you to do is stop for a second and ask yourself the question, do you have a greater opportunity for long-term success in your juice business being an enroller of people or being a sponsor? In other words, do you have a greater opportunity of success in enrolling 10 or 12 or 13 people one month, or consistently enrolling 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 people, but then spending time and making sure that you get them started properly? You know, I think of it, we just went through the process. My son, who's 6, is now riding a 2-wheel bicycle. He got the training wheels off and everything. And it's really kind of a similar process, right, that even I went through and you probably went through in learning how to ride a bike. You start out at the very basics. With my son, I started out telling him and showing him how to put his helmet on, and I put it on for him and showed him how the pedals worked and actually helped his feet move on the pedals, and he had his training wheels on and showed him how to steer. But then over time, through practice, as I helped him, I began to let him put his helmet on and snap it. Now, understand, a couple of times he pinched the skin on his neck with that little snap. If you've ever experienced that, it's no fun. But there was some pain involved in him learning how to take these steps and begin to do them for himself. But ultimately and eventually, the reward in that was that we were able to take the training wheels off, let go of the seat, and he is able to now do all of that by himself. Had I not done that, had I not taken the time up front to invest and teach him and show him and then ultimately allow him to do that himself, I would have restricted his ability on how far and how fast he could go. And not only that, his ability to go far and fast would have been completely controlled and restricted by my ability to be a part of it. And so when teaching and taking that time with those individuals that you are sponsoring into your business, the upfront investment of time will ultimately yield great success and rewards down the road for both them and you. So just a thought to think about. Are you an enroller of people, or are you a sponsor? Are you taking responsibility for them? There's a lot of great ways to plug people in. You look at our event calendar here on JGlobal.com, we have weekly training calls, weekly opportunity calls. There's Saturday trainings that we do with the Decade of the Network Marketing Professional, and just a lot of resources to get people plugged in and get them started right. So I want to challenge you, be a sponsor of people. Be a sponsor of people, and it will enable and empower you to create a long-term sustainable business in your juice business. Have a great day.